How do you modify support before your summer expenses hit? Well, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today, we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. You know, everybody is accustomed to having the summer cost them a little bit of extra money. Vacations come into play, recreational things for the kids. You know, when your kids are in school, they're pretty much covered between 9 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and, you know, the only expense they have is the sandwich that they're eating. Once they're done with school, though, it's a nonstop, bottomless pit of expenses. We all have been through this. So if you know it's coming up, can you ask the court to lower your child support in anticipation of having to spend that extra money, on other things? You can, but you got to watch out for a couple things. Thing number one. When the court sets up child support, the court takes into account, because the formula takes into account, all of these anticipated things. The court well knows that it could be that your expenses go up in the summer. So the Michigan child support guidelines are set up based on income, based on all of these things. They are figuring that you're not going to spend what you can't afford in the summer just because it's summertime. You're going to spend in accordance with your budget based on your income. And so the child support guidelines calculate that. So it's not necessarily an uncontemplated change of circumstance, the fact that you have more expenses in the summer. It may very well be that the court might say, look, we've taken this into account. Unless this is something extraordinary, we're not budging on this. So if it is extraordinary, let's say there was a special kind of very expensive camp that all of a sudden your kid wants to go to. It's contemplated, that there would be a day camp, and now it's become an expensive $15,000 overnight camp, and you're being asked to contribute to it. If you want to do that, it pays to go to court and file an appropriate motion and say, look, one of two things is going to happen here. Either this kid's not going to go, or if the kid's going to go and I'm paying, then I want either a credit for it or I want some sort of rebalancing, because if I'm supporting the kid in that way, I shouldn't have to pay support to her, that kind of thing. So there are ways to do it, but you got to understand the standard kind of trips that you may go on and things that, go to the movies, go at night, a miniature golf, things that the kids might want to do to entertain themselves. That's pretty much contemplated in the standard support. Do not expect that the court will say, oh, well, it's summertime, I guess we change the support numbers. Unless the incomes are changing, the support's not going to change. But if it is something extraordinary, like I discussed in the prior example, it would seem to make sense that the person who's being asked to contribute on that should get a credit for it, and there should be an appropriate accommodation for that. Every case is going to be different, though, so if you have a question about yours, reach out, and we'll be glad to help you out.